Yeah. What's up, Boards New York? How's it going, buddy? Morning. I know what you guys are thinking. It, Thunder Nick, it's really. You know what? You need to shut up. I really. Please don't. Don't send the coordinates. That guy needs to shut up. I know what you guys are thinking. Remember you? I've been sub since the bald streams in 16. Yeah, I remember you, bro. I've been seeing a lot of the old heads coming through. Is it because 2K is about to drop again? Is that what's going on? Also, what's up, everybody? Welcome to TMPG. I'm, of course, your humble host, Thunder. Dude. Remember when I used to record hunting broadcasts early in the morning? Remember when I used to do that? It's been so long since I did that. I just decided today it's my day off. I woke up like I was heading to work for some reason. Sprung out of bed, like at the normal time when I would wake up to go to work. I was like, well, this is stupid. It's Monday. I don't work on Mondays. Why did I just spring up out of bed? I thought to myself, I said, you know what? Don't overthink it. Let's take it as a sign that I should be up and recording something and playing video games and taking advantage of my day off. So that's what I've done. Today we are going to do some hunting. We're going to do some old school hunting, some OG, triple type hunting. And that would be bow hunting because that's how we get down. A part of me wants to do crossbow, but I'm thinking I'm going to do compound. Because that was my jam. That was always my jam. We're going to do 70-pound arrows. Where are the 70s? $600? Wait, which one's the... I think it's the 600 grain is my stuff. Right? 600 is my stuff, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, God, it's been so long since I did one of these morning streams. It's kind of great. I love it. Like, this is when I'm normally awake, guys. You know this. You guys know this, right? You've been here any amount of time. I'm going to do the single pin. I like the single pin a lot. All right, what am I on? I'm on Leighton Lake, so I need that to go away. There's no red deer here. There's no turkeys, and there's no wild boar. But what we do have at Leighton Lake is we have... I don't think I need that one. I need the other guy. Where's the other guy? That one. Deer, yes. Elk, yes. Moose, yes. Do we have... I'm going to grab a little elk scent just for fun. I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to grab it just for the shits and the giggles. You know what I mean? Okay, so I've grabbed all my gear. Our plan today is to head right up the coastline like we always do on Leighton Lake. We're going to go right up the coast here and just kill everything along the way. We'll probably stop about up here. And that should be a good 2 hours because, like, just walking that distance is going to take a long time. That's how that works. So, first things first, let's make sure our inventory is lined up. Alright. Ammo. Sight. Perfect. Alright, lures. Moose is the first one. There's moose everywhere, so... Predator goes down a little ways. Deer would be the next one. Elk is the third one. Predator, call for bears and whatever. And rangefinder's my binoculars. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's get it. Today, the only thing that's missing today, for this recording by the way, is I don't have coffee. I instead have Gatorade. So that's different. We're doing a Gatorade today. Like I think I got like a watermelon, something, strawberry watermelon. I'm also not wearing my hoodie. I usually wear a hoodie for this stream, the early morning ones, but it's too warm. It's already too warm in my apartment. So I got the t-shirt on, I got the fan going. We're going to do what we can do to stay cool out here. I got my hunting PJs rolled up like they're shorts. We're going to do our very best to stay cool, calm, and collected. Also, when I first got my PlayStation 5, I downloaded this hunting game because I was like, I'm still going to hunt on Sundays or whatever, right? / Monday mornings. And was totally upset because for whatever reason I didn't have my save, so I had to start over. Well, I re-downloaded this game today, and guess what? I have my saves. Obviously, like I'm level. Look at the top right there. I'm level 48. What's up, Super? How's it going, buddy? Howdy. So for whatever reason, downloading this game, deleting it, then downloading it again today, somewhere along the way I got my saves back. So, yeah, we're gonna start hunting again, at least once a week. Because I have my lures, I have my bows, I have all the stuff I earned and unlocked over a long period of time playing the game. Like, that was the only reason why I wasn't playing this game, other than the controller drift, which is pretty bad. The only other reason I'm not playing this game is because I didn't have my save. Well, that sorted itself out somehow magically. Moose, huh? Okay. Apparently we got moose coming through here to drink. Good to know. So, a lot of things going on. When was the last time we talked? I feel like it's been a long time. I don't know where to start. Well, let's start with me getting, I don't want to say ambushed, not the right word, but getting ambushed by a video from a Fortnite. Ramsey. Remember Ramsey? Does anybody even remember Ramsey? I don't think any of you guys go back that far. Maybe you do, I don't know. But the old Fortnite days, he came into the chat middle of the week, fucked my week up, really did. Came in, like, just full honesty, fucked my week up. I've been in my own head about it for like the entire week. But he came through and he dropped a video like, hey, do you have an Instagram? Remember that day where I was like, yeah, I don't hear my Instagram, and I pulled up the tile and he sent me the I was like, it was so cool to see that clip. He sent me a clip of a Fortnite W, like early Fortnite, before anybody was building or anybody was, was slick at all with Fortnite. Back when I was first started recording, really. Or back when my channel first got any kind of legs, had anybody watching it. And that video fucked me up. Because here's the thing. It wasn't anything in the video itself, per se. It was just a simple, like, me shooting a few shots, cracked a guy a little bit, then a teammate threw a grenade and killed him, and we got a victory royale, right? Like, and I was excited, I was clapping, good job, guys, everybody was hyped on the mics. It was a nothing clip, right? I mean, it's not a nothing clip. I think it was one of the first W's I ever got in that game, but just seeing that clip, remembering how it felt back in those days just to hit the record button, just to be live on YouTube, just to have anybody watch, just to remember how exciting that was for me. Like, it was crazy, bro. I think I've lost that somehow. Like, I'm desensitized, bro, to the idea that people would watch me play a video game. You know what I mean? Like, that's become so blah now. That's become so, of course people will watch. Like, bro, I shouldn't just, of course people will watch. You know what I mean? Like, watching that clip and seeing the excitement and the, like, the nervous energy that was coming off of me in that clip. Subtle shit like that you're not going to see unless you're me. You know what I mean? But, like, fuck. How do you get that back? I've never seen that video. I've watched a lot of videos from streamers about, like, how to grow a channel, or, like, how to maintain, an active chat, or how do you, even how do you run Streamlabs, all that shit. Watched all those videos, right? Hundreds of videos. How much of it I retained, I don't know. But, like, I never saw the video, how do you stay enthusiastic about something you've been doing every day for, like, 6 years? Do you know what I mean? how do you recapture the spark, the fire, the excitement to stream? Like, how do you catch that again? Because even if I'm not excited to stream, I'm still going to do this forever. Like, I'd like to do this forever and be excited to do it forever. Like, I need to... I don't know. I'm in my own head a little bit. That video fucked me up, is my point. Like, I used to be so amped, so wired, so fired up to record. Bro, I can do a 3-hour recording with people in here chatting and everything's going good. We're playing games I'm enjoying. When I end the stream, I can go right to sleep. I remember when I used to record, bro, back in those Fortnite days. Like, I'd need like 6 hours to wind down. I'd be just so, like, my heart would be racing. It'd be like, oh, yeah. I'd be so hyped to have done it. You know what I mean? To have put another one in the bag. And, like, to look at my growth and whatever. Oh, I had, like, 3 new people in the chat today that I don't normally have in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, every little thing was so exciting. 5 likes! I, like, looked at the likes. I had, like, 5 likes on that one. That one was good. I used to get so excited. I just throw the videos, I just throw my recordings into the ether now. I don't even bother to look at any of that stuff. I should probably start looking at that stuff again. I should probably start trying to grow the channel. Maybe that's what it is. I stopped pursuing the growth of the channel. It was fucking making me crazy though. Remember we were chasing 2,000 subs? And I finally got it, and then like the next day, somebody pulled like 20 or 30 of their fake accounts and put me back down under 2,000 and like twisted my brain. Chasing that number makes me as unhappy as it made me happy, though. Like, I can't just chase the number. The number's not the play. I don't know. This is lofty talk right here. This is big thoughts right here, guys. But this is the kind of shit runs through my brain. This is the kind of fuckery that's been going on in my head since Wednesday or Thursday. What day was it when that kid dropped when Ramsey dropped the, remember this video from when we used to play Fortnite? Like, God. Those were actually the days, though. So much fun. I need new games. New games helps a lot. New games helps a lot. Especially if it's a new, like, multiplayer game that people can play with, you know? Dude, you're just starting down this road, Super. These are the kind of fucking lofty, crazy pants ideas that start popping out in your brain at, like, the fucking 5-year mark. I don't know how long I've been streaming. I think my first video was 2018. 2017, maybe 2018. I don't know. How long have I been? What's my first video on my channel? It was Minecraft, right? My first recording ever was a Minecraft recording. It was a pretty good number of years ago now. What's up, Corrupt? Yo, yo. What's good, brother? Morning. Looks like a lot of people are up this early, huh? That's good to know. Corrupt, just to get you up to speed with what we're chatting about today, your boy Thunder's having an existential crisis about what does it all mean and how do I find joy in the mundane, or how do I keep I don't know, how do I keep my passion and my enthusiasm for an endeavor that's started to feel like old hand to me. Like, streaming it feels like old hand to me. It feels like, you know, some shit I do. Oh, it's just something I do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, someone at work the other day found out about it. One of the new hires was like, oh, you stream on, because, like, the other people talk about it a little bit. They're like, you stream on YouTube? Your oldest video is from April 3rd, 2016. Damn. Okay, so, like, I've been at this 5 years, right? Yeah. So, I mean, the growth has been slow. No, I'll never not do this. Like, this is still my favorite thing to do. But I've gotten, I don't want to say good at it, but I've gotten comfortable with it. You know what I mean? It's not exciting anymore. Like, it's just something I do now. I got to find the excitement again somehow. Maybe it's just about the game that I play. Maybe it's just about, like, I don't know. for a while, the new exciting thing was to get a new toy. You know what I mean? Like whether it's a new mic or a new, overlay for my stream and whatever, or a new gaming chair. Like I did a lot of that stuff along the way to like keep myself excited about it. But I have all the good stuff now. I don't need any more new good stuff. I have a great mic, good chair. The chairs could be better actually because I've already kind of broke it, but. I don't know. $2K22. I need to go on a run with a game, like a hard run with a game. There were times when I know there were times where like I would just be stuck on a game for like months, and I'd start to gather up a healthy group of people that just were fucking with that game. Do you know what I mean? Like I have my core group of 2K people. I have my core group of Minecraft type vibes. I have some hunting people. Like there've been games over the years that I've like leaned really hard into, and I've managed to gather small groups from those games that I lean real hard into. Maybe I need to find a game to lean real hard into. I've lost interest in gaming ever since I got my PlayStation 5. Really, just not a lot of good games to play. Usually I can play 2K all year, but this year wasn't Dude, 100%. That has really fucked me up a little bit too. Corrupt, honestly. I'm really hoping 22 is good. I'm in the same boat as you, bro. I really hope 2K22 is good. Because kind of in the line of thinking I was just heading down. Like, I think I'm going to try and lean into 2K22 really hard. I know I said that about 21, but 21, we can all agree, was trash. At least next gen was trash. So it's like it's hard to lean into a game that's garbage, I'm really hoping we have a solid 2K. Doesn't even have to be the best 2K ever, just like a really solid game that I can get behind, I'm really hoping, bro. I mean, shooters are easy money. I've been playing a lot of Apex, playing a lot of Battlefield, playing a lot of back in the day, played a lot of Fortnite. It's always easy to lean into a shooter. I've already pre-ordered both. Yeah, true. Yeah, they better be good. You already bought them. Yeah, I haven't bought either. But I'm gonna buy both probably, most likely. But yeah, I need 2K22 to be solid. It needs to be a solid game. Doesn't have to be the best game ever. It just has to be playable. I need it to be playable. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I want games I can win. I'm sick of getting crushed by really good 2K players at the park. It's spirit breaking, you know what I mean? Also, do they just not have animals on this game anymore? Like, what the fuck? Usually I'd have seen a bunny or something by now. But yeah, I'm really thankful for that Ramsey kid coming through and dropping that video on me. But it has twisted my brain a bit. Been in my head a bit about it this week. Plus, being in there yesterday when Super was recording. By the way, Super streams on Twitch now. Kind of exciting. And listen to him go, there's people, there's somebody besides you guys in the chat. Hey, talk in the chat, guys. And like, just being like genuinely enjoying the experience. It seemed like, at least to me, like being happy about it. Like, hey, is someone in the chat? Hey, hit the follow button and whatever. Like doing that stuff. The general like smirk he had on his face as he was saying those things, you could hear the smile. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, fuck. When was the last time I gave that much of a shit about someone? You know what I mean? Like, I remember being that enthusiastic about seeing a number go from 1 to 2 on the screen next to me and going, oh, someone's in here. Hey, whoever's here, don't go. Please stay. Talk. I remember being that excited I had like 4 people. One guy talked to me for like 20 minutes. Like, I used to get so excited about that. This guy was like just chatting with me for like 20 minutes, dude. Just a random person, dude. It's crazy, dude. I don't know. I gotta find a new version of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting that back. That's some first, like, just starting to stream enthusiasm and excitement. Like, you can't recreate that. But I gotta find a new version of that. Also, they need to come out with some fucking dope games. I mean, it's not all my fault. It's my fault as much as it is. I'll take my fair share of the blame. But also, put out some games that are dope. Gaming developers. Like, bro, we're all stuck at home. Pandemic. Fucking the world's shutting down, dude. Everybody's spending a lot of time alone at their house. The least they can do is have some good games. What the fuck? Oh, I'm on an island. That explains it. I'm kind of out on an island right now. I don't know. We need a new two, bro. Also, I'm watching this Kamunga kid over there in Golden State in real life basketball, jumping out of the gym, playing outside himself, being a leaper, being a fucking rim runner, being a defensive clamp. And I'm going, bro, we couldn't have picked him up. We gotta have the fucking weak ankled Australian kid named Giddy. What the hell, OKC? What the hell are you doing? Super upsetting stuff, dude. From a Thunder fan, bro. It's a fucking bummer, dude. Watching Kaminga in the preseason playing out of his head, playing with energy, good defense. Like, you guys got one. You know what I mean? The Warriors got one, dude. We could have had him. He was on the board. We're like, nah, we'll take the weak ankled Australian kid. Cool, man. Sam Presti was getting way too cute with that pick, bro. Way too cute, bro. He's a baller, bro. He's legit a baller. I'm watching him ball out in summer league. I mean, summer league. A lot of players have been painfully average after showing out in summer league. So, like, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but, like, at least his ankles are strong. The Coon Bucket? Is that what they're calling him? That's hype. That's not a nickname I hope sticks. If I'm Kaminga, I'm hoping that doesn't stick. Alright, how have I seen zero animals, bro? Like, actually, what the hell? I'm walking the path where they always spawn. How am I seeing zero animals, bro? Caden Cunningham, on the other hand, is having a good preseason, or having a good summer league as well. So, and Jalen Green's already injured. He pulled his something or other, and they've sitting him down for the rest of the summer league. hamstring or calf pull or something. Like, they just don't want to risk it, so they're putting him on ice. I don't know. True, but that's that's not what you want, but that's what you want at the same time. Wiseman and him, future. You have the first two pieces of a bright future. You know what I mean? Longevity for success with your team. A winning team for a long period of time is what you're building. Assuming you put some shooters around him once your shooters get too old, you know? All those shooters are going to shoot. So you can make the case that even when Steph Curry's like old, like you can still plant him in a corner, you know? Run super tricky screens for him. I mean, all the way till 40, Ray Allen was a bucket, so you probably still got like 7 or 8 years of good Curry, you know what I mean? How have I not even in the distance seen one animal, bro? What is going on? Fucking rope bridge? I gotta go up to a rope bridge over here? I don't know. I'm making a point guard playing in Detroit. I'm not really wavering on that. Making an oversized point playing in New York. Making an oversized point playing in Detroit. That's what I'm doing. Me and Cade Cunningham are going to have a great year. I mean, if OKC had drafted differently, I mean, if I had a Kuminga on the wing, that'd be tough. I'd be thinking about a point guard in OKC, but I don't want to play with no Josh Giddey. Watch all my Josh Giddey hate come back and bite me in the ass, by the way. Watch him be like hella good. I would love that. I think that'd be great if he was an extremely talented basketball player, turns out. He was so young and inexperienced. He just needed time to grow into his game. Cool, I hope all those things are true. But right now, off rip for 2K22, he's not helping me. Giddey's not helping me. You know what I mean? So I can't play in OKC. I mean, I do think they could use a point guard, but I think me and Cade Cunningham can get a little something done in Detroit. So bringing that franchise back to glory is my number one priority, dude. And I think that'll make for good streams as well, because you know he's the number one pick and shit. So me and the number one pick in the draft gonna come out and dominate. Are those actual animals? I think I see actual animals over there. You thinking about making it big in 22? Interesting. I swore I just saw one up this hill here. No? Maybe not. Dude, nobody makes it big anymore. I will say that. Nobody makes it big. We can run pick and roll, Krupp. That'd be sick. Listen, as long as the steals aren't like ridiculous this year, you know, like As long as I can wait and stand still at the top of the key a little bit, I'll wait for your screens. You know what I mean? I'll be an oversized point guard, so I'll need your screens. That was a really big ripple, which means that animal's right up over that hill. There's a deer right over that hill. Interesting. So like defense, like a 3-and-D center, basically. That could be good. Nice. Play in place of Mellow. Smart. I'm perfectly hidden underneath there. See, between the two little icons, there's no line. I'm perfectly hidden, full invisible. I'm using the right call. This deer needs to show up already. This is bullshit. I'm backed up to a cliff, so it's not like he can sneak around me. I don't know how long I can wait here. I know the second I start moving up this hill, it's going to run off. No, not so far. Not that I know of. Crap. No idea about the build system. Joe seems to think it'll be the same as last year, but without the obvious glaring hole in the system, which was the power forwards at 6'7". He thinks they'll fix that. He hopes they'll fix... there's a Joe Knows video where he talks about all the different build systems. It might not even be that video. Maybe a different video I'm thinking of, but he's convinced there's a 2-year pattern. He's saying... your post face a gift from the gods? All right. With your Jimmy Butler build. He's saying every 2 years they really change up the build system, and since they just changed it this year, you can make the case actually though the 20 and 21 both have pie charts, so maybe this year will be an all new system. All I know is if everyone makes a 6'7" power forward again, like it's going to be unplayable, just as unplayable as it is now. So. They showed Luka doing his what do you call it? Animations or whatever. Like they're scanning in his animations, and they kept scanning his step backs. So step backs are going to be in this year. I know that much. That will be annoying because people will find a way to abuse the fuck out of the step back. But between Harden's step back and Luka's, which is going to be god tier probably since he's on the cover of the game, but they kept like the motion capture. Motion capture is what it's called. There was on Instagram they're showing motion capture of Luka in like with the with the little ping pong balls all over him, and he was doing his step back to his shot. I mean, Hall of Fame range extender, you better have a 93. What? How is that absurd? What are you talking about? On that, we 1,000% disagree. Corrupt. You want to be able to have like a 63 pointer and shoot Hall of Fame threes? Nonsense, bro. You want Hall of Fame badges for 3-point shooting? You better be above 90. What kind of sense does that make, buddy? I can't believe you would take that position. That's nonsense. Unless I'm reading that wrong. By the way the badges work with the build system, like having to have a 90-something 3 to get Hall of Fame range extender is just absurd. Like, how is that absurd? You shouldn't get Hall of Fame badges unless your skill is above 90. Like, that makes perfect sense to me, dude. Yeah, you want to, like, hedge your bets and have, like, an average-ass 3-point shot attribute-wise, but then have Hall of Fame badges? No, bro. You want Hall of Fame badges, put the fucking points into it. That's crazy what you're saying, dude. I do not agree with that at all. That's weird. Usually we're on the same page, Corrupt. That's crazy that you would take that position, dude. Like, that is, to me, that is utter nonsense what you've just said. I mean, I want Hall of Fame dimer. Doesn't mean I think I should have to only go up to like 60 on my passing. I know that to get Hall of Fame dimer, I need to go like 90 something on my passing accuracy or whatever the bar's name is this year. Like, I got to do it. I got to get as high up on that as I can, and I'll adjust my height accordingly. I'll adjust my overall weight, height, whatever I need to get that cap up to where it is so I can get Hall of Fame passing badges because I want my Hall of Fame passing badges, dude. I accept the cost of it because that's like such a powerful badge, bro. They have a lower 3-pointer because he's big. Yeah, exactly. You think 7-footers should be able to bang Hall of Fame threes? That's nonsense. Yeah, Corrupt, because centers don't shoot as good at 3. There's no center in the league shooting as good a 3-point percentage as the fucking shooting guard / small forward sharpshooter type motherfuckers, bro. Name me one 7-footer that shoots threes as effectively and efficiently as Steph Curry or your fucking, Klay Thompson or whoever. There does seem to be less space. So you're hoping for fucking bigger, well, actually, Steph Curry's 3-point percentage is, compared to like a center's 3-point percentage. You probably can't do that because some centers shoot like 12 threes a year and they make like 8 of them and they're like, hey, I got a fucking, while Steph Curry shoots like 20 threes a game. So that's not fair to do. But like, there's zero reason why your 7-foot center should shoot as good at threes as a fucking shooting guard. That's nonsense. True. I get that you want to make a center, but you also want to be able to shoot your threes. I get that. But there's got to be a trade-off there, brother. That's only fair. That's just basketball. That's like literally how the sport. Like, name me a 3-point shooting center. What, Sam Perkins back in the day? He was slow as balls. A liability. He played for my Supersonics. You guys remember Sleepy Sam? Bill Laimbeer. Bill Laimbeer's kind of what you're talking about. Bill Laimbeer could hit a 3, top of the key 3. Was kind of his whole game. He was a clamp, pure clamp, shot at top of the key 3. But you wouldn't say he had a Hall of Fame range extender. In fact, pull up Bill Laimbeer's career 3-point percentage, like on his best year. Best year shooting threes. I bet you he's at like 28 or like 30% 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? Like, And he was known for three-point shooting as a center. Like, where's this 7-foot three-point shooter that you're so convinced exists? Porzingis? I mean, I don't mean to come down on you like this, bud, but like that's the most nonsense thing you've ever said. That's like me saying, no, I don't know what that's like. No, it's like me saying I want Hall of Fame defensive badges, but I want a pure playmaker build. Like what? No, dude. No, bro. And then going, well, I want to make a Rondo. I'm like, okay. So like a pass first point that has like clamps. That's what I want to make, but I want to make them tall. I think we are getting the city. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed, but I'm not 100%. Although I don't see how anybody enjoyed the city. Nobody liked the city. There's no positive feedback on that, so I don't know to what end. They just don't want to make a new one. They probably just want to leave the city. Oh fuck! That reminds me. I was freezing some eggs. 1 second. I'm still trying to get through. I'm still trying to get through that. I'm still trying to get through that 5 dozen eggs that I bought the other day for some reason. So I hard boiled some eggs this morning. And after you hard boil them, you got to put them in ice water. You know, like so they can separate from the shell. So I had them in ice water in the fridge, but I didn't want them to get. You don't want them to get like soggy, so you got to like get them out of the ice water. But my bad, I had to do that. Okay, so where were we? I can see the point, I guess, but I feel like there was nothing wrong with giving a big Hall of Fame range extender in 20. Your 3 was just lower, and it added more skill to shooting as a big. If it's the same, let's go to the Vipers. The court design for the Wildcats fucking sucked. Agreed. I can get behind that. I can get behind playing for the Vipers. Although I think the Wildcats can be really good this year. Because the year after they're the worst team, they become the best team. I can understand making Hoff badges at 84, or Hoff badges at 84, big shooting wise, because they don't normally shoot. No, because Hall of Fame badges, no. You don't get Hall of Fame badges if you're not playing the position that does that. It's like, I can't fucking have Hall of Fame fucking rim protector at point guard. That's stupid. That's fucking dumb. I think it's equally as stupid. I know the game's going in that direction, but it's equally as stupid to have Hall of Fame range extender on a 7-foot center. Why don't we just throw everything out then? Why don't we make fucking pure lockdown builds fucking Hall of Fame dimer? Why don't we make fucking pure slashing builds Hall of Fame shooting? Why don't we make fucking pure fucking sharpshooter builds and have Hall of Fame fucking what's the human highlight reel? Like, what are we doing? That's nonsense. I think there should be a way to get Hall of Fame shooting badges with your center, but he's got to be undersized. He's got to be under fucking height, under something. You got to put a deficit on him, because you can't just be a fucking huge, vacuum in the paint for rebounds and huge defensive stopper, and then also bang threes on the other end. That's too much. It's too much. That's like fucking having a 6'7" power forward that can play point guard and can slash, run to the rim, and have 90 fucking badges. It's nonsense. What you're describing is as nonsense as the fucking broken 2K21 Next Gen. 2K21, you couldn't get Intimidator. This is what I'm saying on a point guard, and that makes no sense. I agree with that. Intimidator you should be able to get. Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook. There's fucking, what's his name? Mike Conley and fucking Drew Holiday. There's clamps at point. Their argument was that clamps did what Intimidator did. It's a Hall of Fame badge. We shouldn't just be handing out Hall of Fame badges, though, Corrupt. Like, Hall of Fame badges should be special. They should be important. You should be a literal specialist to get it. It's a Hall of Fame badge. You want to give centers gold shooting badges? Have at it. Honestly, I won't fight you on that. It's when it gets purple. You want to get purple? Then you should be fucking wildly deficited in some other way. Like, there should be a pretty significant deficit if you're shooting threes with your center. You should be just getting bullied in the paint. You should just be getting dunked on every possession. You should have zero handles. Like, don't even try and dribble. You should be so easy to pick the ball off of. They've got to give you... It's paper, rock, scissors, man. Something's got to beat something always. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be paper, rock, and scissors all at the same time. What you're describing is dynamite. What you're saying, Corrupt, is you're saying, I'd like to play paper, rock, scissors, but I'm going to use dynamite, and no one else gets to. What? No, dude. If 7-foot centers can have Hall of Fame shooting badges, then it's 2K21 Next Gen all over again. Everyone's making a 7-foot center. Why would you make anything else? Assuming centers can actually clog the paint. They couldn't clog the paint on 2K21 Next Gen, so to be fair, even if you made the perfect paint defender, you got dunked on every possession. Slashers were way too overpowered. So, to your point, I mean, maybe the slashers were so OP on 2K21 Next Gen because the shooting was so hard to get to. You just don't want Hall of Fame badges connected to attributes. I don't think I agree with that either. I think you have to attach them to attributes. Like, then what are we doing? You can have like a fucking 63-pointer, but then choose to have Hall of Fame shooting badges to buff it out? No. Then everyone's got a God build. Because then you can go, well, my guy can't do this, but you know what I can do? I can give him really great badges. My attributes only go up to so much because of how I've built my guy, but you know what I can do? I can buff that with badges. Boo. Nonsense. No. Well, if someone makes a big that can shoot, then logically they wouldn't have any defense because 2K players mainly focus on... Yeah, well, honestly, there was no defense in 2K21 Next Gen, so even if you made it... I mean, you made a defensive build. I don't need to tell you, Super. Like, we were all kind of going, okay, so wait, nobody can stop anybody then? What the fuck are we doing here? But I think we can all agree the more sure thing on 2K21, on PS5, the next gen, the more sure thing was the slasher, because you could just go right the fuck into the paint with a slasher and just dunk on 3 people like it was nothing. It was so overpowered that it was like, Might as well do that. Shooting a 3 was pointless. I mean, it wasn't pointless. People definitely shot 3s, but I don't know. My older brother, Dirt, was a stretch way back in the day. Wow, no make badges about attributes and height. The badges should be attached to the attributes. That's how they were in 2K21. They just, you gotta get actual 2K players in there to fuck with your builder before the game comes out, because they will find the holes. There was a giant hole last year, and it was power forwards at 6'7". It made the game pretty much unplayable. Once everybody found that build, and I was told about that build by G-Men first day, so I made it. I made the God build. A version of it, not the exact one with 94 badges or whatever, but I just want dual archetypes back, honestly. I don't give a fuck. I thought dual archetypes was dope. I fucked with dual archetypes. I thought it was fun. I liked it. I'll be honest with you. That was my favorite, was dual archetypes. I've had rants before. I'll do it again, I'm sure, before the game comes out, and maybe even after, if it's still like 2K21. But you give us everything, then if everybody's special, nobody's special. I want situational basketball back. You know what I mean? What's their personnel? Okay, what are they looking to do? Okay, let's try and stop that. Let's try and combat that in some way. Oh, what's their personnel? Oh, they can all do everything? Okay, then there's no way to game plan. There's no way to, game plan and adjust, improve, adapt, overcome. None of that's in play because they just do everything. Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you don't think Luka Doncic can Hall of Fame pass, if you don't think Lonzo Ball can Hall of Fame pass, if you don't think Magic Johnson at 6'9" could Hall of Fame pass, if you don't think Penny Hardaway at 6'7" could Hall of Fame pass, if you don't think, I'm just trying to think of all the examples of tall point guards. Like, I want to make a tall point guard, and I want to have a Hall of Fame dimer. So that'll be tricky for me because I'm not sure I can make that happen. With what I'm talking to you about, like with the way I would want shooting to be for you with your center, I guess the same would have to be in play for me as a point guard. So I'll have to probably adjust my height. I'd like to go 6'6". I'd like to go maybe even 6'8", but I know at 6'8", I'm going to lose a lot of speed. I'm going to probably lose my Hall of Fame playmaking badges. So I think, realistically, I'll have to look at it. I haven't seen the player builder, but I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to go in the 6'6" range. I got to hedge my bet and play the middle because I want to have certain badges, and I know that I probably won't be able to get them at full 6'8". Attach the badges to height and attributes, so you have to be under 6'11" to get Hall of Fame shooting badges and maybe Hall of Fame playmaking as well. Hell, Larry Bird capacity was 6'10". That's what I'm saying. I mean, these are the fucking outliers. These are the exceptions to the rule, but I still think there should be a rule. So yeah, I'm open to what you're saying, Krupp. I get what you're saying. I just don't think a center should have Hall of Fame shooting badges. I think that's nonsense. Gold. Give them all gold. I'm fine with gold. Hall of Fame should be for Hall of Fame type motherfuckers, bro. The same way I don't think you should be able to make a fucking score first, like full on like slashing playmaker, or not slashing playmaker, like a slashing shot creator type of a build, like a scoring machine, shouldn't have Hall of Fame playmaking badges at point guard. I just don't think you should. I don't think you should. If you've leaned heavily into your attacking the rim and leaned heavy into your shooting, and you just kind of fucked around with your playmaking, then you shouldn't have Hall of Fame dimer. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, absolutely not. If you're playing point guard and you want to have the Hall of Fame passing badges, you should be building for a passive player. You should put the attribute points where they need to be to get those Hall of Fame badges. Give them some silvers or some golds, sure. If they make their scoring machine type build, give them some silvers and golds, sure. But Hall of Fame should be for the specialists. We're too loose with the Hall of Fame badges, bro, is basically my position. That goes across the board. Slashers, too many motherfucking slashers with their Hall of Fame highlight reel or whatever, the rim, what is the rim runner? What are the fucking slasher badges? For every build, for every defensive badges, way too easy to get Hall of Fame defensive badges, in my opinion. You should be on some like full-on Patrick Beverley, Tony Allen, Michael Cooper type fucking defense. You know what I mean? Some Dennis Rodman level defense. You should be statted to the gills to get Hall of Fame defensive badges. They shouldn't just be thrown around. Everybody has all these Hall of Fame badges all the time. For every position, not just shooting. I'm as equally annoyed by the Hall of Fame badges. Just like, bro, golds. What? Gold, silvers. There was a time where Hall of Fames were rare. You'd have 1 or 2 or 3 on a build. Now everybody's got like, I need to have like 12 Hall of Fame badges. Like, what are you talking about? If everybody's special, then nobody's special. Do your part, play your position. Get fluid with your teammates. Get good at running a certain kind of offense. And have a backup plan for when a team takes that offense away from you. Adjust, adapt, overcome. All the fun shit that makes the park exciting and interesting. The chess match, the paper, rock, scissors of 3-on-3 basketball. It should be in play. You know how you make that in play? You put fucking restrictions on some of these builds so that people can actually play with teams and enjoy themselves. And the open runs can be exciting and interesting because, oh, these 3 players together against those 3 players, this will be really interesting because those 2 players can negate this player can negate that, this player is going to have a lot of success with this. Like, that's conversational. For me, it makes my job real easy streaming. Play-wise, it makes it super fun to take on the next game of 3-on-3 because you're like, okay, what are we playing against? Okay, so, okay, they're trying to run a high screen. Okay, they're running they're dropping it into their big man. Okay, so here's where we have to adjust to that. Like, bro, none of that fun, none of that excitement can happen when everybody can do everything perfect and everybody has Hall of Fame everything. It's nonsense. Bill, so the attributes that your selected position excels at should be cheap. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can get behind that to a degree, yeah. But that's basically what I'm saying. That's basically what I'm saying. If you want to make this kind of a build, a certain kind of a build, still don't like center shooting threes. I don't know. Why do I have to have a 95 3-point ball just to get Hall of Fame limitless range? I had an 89 3 in 20. Okay, you're talking about a 3-year-old game. Why do you have to have a 95 3-point ball? Because they realize that if everybody on the court can shoot threes, that's all anybody does is shoot threes. It's not a 3-point contest. It's 3-on-3 at a park. That's why you have to have a 95 3-point shot. Because at some point they got to say, hey, not everybody in the whole fucking game should be shooting threes. Now we're not playing basketball. Now we're playing fucking the carnival game at the fair, where you shoot the basket and get a teddy bear. We're all just playing 3-point shoot 'em up. Bullshit. It's not basketball. I know that the pro game has become pretty much a 3-point shootout. I get that. But god damn it, the park's supposed to be versatile and fun and interesting and a variety of builds. And oh, look what these motherfuckers are running. That's interesting. Haven't seen that yet. Like, it should be. I don't want to face the exact same team every game at the park. It's boring for me. It's horribly boring for me, and it's not good content. Oh, look, another team that's 3 people that shoot threes. Oh, great. And they won. Wow, that game was quick. Each of them hit 3 threes, and we're out of here. Fun. Oh, what's the next team? Oh, look, 3 people that shoot threes. This will be fun. Oh, what's the next one? 3 people that shoot threes. Oh, this is so exciting. Having a great time. There's an expression. It goes a little something like this. Variety is the spice of life. Yeah, I want a little variety, bro. Also, you want to shoot fucking 95 threes? You want Hall of Fame limitless range? Be balls enough to make a shooter. You're trying to exploit the game. I want a 7-foot shooter so that when I get matched up against a 7-foot center, he can't run out to the 3-point line in time, and I can just bang threes with nobody guarding me. Hey, here's an idea. How about use your teammates, get a screen set for yourself, and create an opportunity for an open shot with an actual shooter instead of trying to fucking cheat the game with your 7-foot tall fucking 3-point. Now I'm getting upset. It's not your fault, Corrupt. I get it. You want to play the easy mode. You want to be Dirt in 2K16 when he had a 6'10" fucking sharpshooter build and nobody saw him coming. He'd get matched up against the center every game, and the center could never realistically get out to the 3-point line in time, so Dirt would get open threes all day long. I get it. I'm as guilty as anybody. Me and Dirt used to exploit that. I'd exploit that for easy assists. He'd exploit that for easy threes. On the other end, he'd get blown up on defense because he was slow as balls. To their credit, in 16, they made a giant deficit on the big man shooter. But what you're doing is you're taking advantage of the fucking matchup system on 2K. 2K's not going to put you on somebody that can actually guard your 3-point shot. They're going to put you on a center because you've made a center. You're exploiting the game, and you're crying because you have to have a 95 3-point shot to do it? Fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but I can't follow you down that line of logic. That line of logic is some weak pussy shit. Bro, get good at playing the game to where you can get your shooter, who everybody sees coming, open in a real way. Use your teammate. Make it fun for everybody on the court, as opposed to exploiting the fact that you have a 7-foot center on you, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's dirty, bro. You're playing dirty and you're crying that you don't get to do it easily. You think the game should let you play dirty, bro? Come on, man. You're better than that. Make a real shooter. Use your big as a screen setter and get yourself open for 3-point shots. What's the problem? But no, I want to have a 7-foot center so that the person guarding me can never realistically stop my 3-point shot. I want to just shoot open threes all day. And I should have a 95 3-point shot. And I should have a Hall of Fame range extender so I can pull up from half court with my 7-footer. Because no one that's guarding me will ever actually stop at the 3-point line to guard a center, because why would they? But the game's not letting me... Bro, that's how I'm reading it in my head. That's how it's coming off to me, Corrupt. I'm sorry if that's not how you mean it. But that's how it's sounding right now. I think if they give us less attribute points and make our attributes lower, but we can get the Hall of Fame badges, but have lower ratings. Yeah, no. How does that make any sense? I have a 60 rated 3, but I have a Hall of Fame badge. No. That's dumb. That's like, but I want to fail the test but pass the class. No, bitch. You don't get to pass the class. God damn it, no. You don't get to pass the class by failing. That's stupid. I want to get 60% of the questions right, but give me an A, teacher. Give me the A. What? I don't get the A+? But I got 60% right. No, you got 60% right. You get a fucking C, dude. In what world? In what? I'm actually getting pissed now. In what actual world? Bruh? Corrupt, you're better than this, bro. I've known you a while now, bro. You're better than this. You're not this guy. Who's bending your ear right now, dude? You can't be this guy. You're not this guy. You've never been this guy. I don't get it. Who's got you convinced that you should make a cheater build? Like, who's twisting your brain right now, bro? You got some friends that want you to play center? You got some friends that don't want you to play shooting guard anymore? You're a great shooting guard. I remember playing with you on 2K20 or whatever. You had a guard. You were a great shooter, a strong defender. You moved the ball well. You played basketball. What happened to that guy? Now you want to fucking make an exploiter build and you're crying about not having Hall of Fame? On your 3-point... What the fuck? Who is this Corrupt? I don't recognize this guy. Where's the homie that came through and fucking shined bright like a diamond, bro? Played good team ball. Passed the ball. Shot a good 3. Played strong defense. What happened to that guy? Like, what are you doing, Corrupt? Bro, you're trying to exploit. Stop, Corrupt. You know what you're doing. You're trying to exploit, bro. And like I said, I'm as guilty of it as anybody because I would co-pilot for Dirt while he exploited the fuck out of the game for a whole life cycle of 2K16. I did that with Dirt. Every time he'd come through, be like, okay, we know what we're doing. I'm penetrating off my dribbles. Hall of Fame dimer out to Dirt, who's sitting on the 3-point line. And it would take teams 2 or 3 threes before they go, okay, the center has to run out and guard that. And the center couldn't come out and guard that. He never could. He was not fast enough. Hey, Thunder, what's up, Ghost Duck? How's it going, buddy? We exploited that game mechanic. Did men pull you to the dark side? I'm saying, bro, did you get pulled to the dark side, Corrupt? You were never this guy. Ghost Duck, how's it going, player? Everything good? You were never this guy, bro.
No, osmotic subtraction. Close to where you're at right now. I'll send the coordinates.
You can't get Hall of Fame badges without having a high attribute for that skill. That's nonsense. That will never be the case, dude. Yeah, did G-Men pull you to the dark side, bro? What's going on? Bro, I have seen 0 animals. This is getting crazy. I'm just going to jump up here, I think. You can specialize in 2 things as a big. You can specialize in mid-range post play, rim rocking, like catching. What do you call it? You can specialize in slashing, defender slash alley-oop artist, Tyson Chandler. You can specialize in pick and pop and blocking, like a Porzingis. You can specialize in post play and defense, like a Josic, or post play and passing, like a Josic, or you can play as a post slash off the dribble, like an Embiid. There's so many double archetypes for bigs, so many. Blocking slash rebounding, like Drummond. You just can't get fucking defense and shooting. That's nonsense. You don't get both of those. Name one person that does that. It's crazy what you're saying, bro. It's absolute lunacy. You're mad, man. You're mad. I'm getting dry mouth fucking arguing this with you, bud. True. You can make that point too. Super, that's a fair point. Because on 2K21 Next Gen, there was no specialization. Because everyone is special. Yeah, I mean, why can't you make it work with gold badges or silver badges, bro? If you're a shooter, you're a shooter. That's what that boils down to, bro. If you're a shooter, you're a shooter, dog. Shooters are gonna shoot, bro. Dude, is it just me, or have I not seen a single animal this entire hour and 8 minutes? Like, on the reel. I haven't seen a single goddamn animal. I heard one deer. That was it. It's fucking crazy, dude. Remember I used to just rock animals on this? I'd be just rocking animals all day long. Like getting kill after kill after kill after kill. Remember that? They're not doing a preload? Okay. I can live with that. So I can buy a day of? Perfect. I haven't pre-ordered it yet or anything. I'm going to get the basic version, though. I'm not buying the fancy version. I don't need, like, extra free jerseys or whatever the bullshit is. I don't need their VC either. I'll buy $100 worth of VC later, you know? Yeah. Silver seems to be the dead one, huh? I mean, I'm hoping for gold passing badges. I know that much. I really want at least gold passing badges on the build I'm planning. I'm going to make them skinny as shit. I always make them skinny as shit, you know. Little wish fulfillment. I want to make them tall, though. I want a Penny Hardaway build. I know I say this every year, but I'm really going to try and only do one build this year. Yeah, go ahead, Ghost. Hey, Thunder, I have a question. It's something I'm genuinely curious about, but I understand if you don't want to answer it. Ooh, these are fun. These are good ones. So I reserve the right to say no comment. What are you going for? Playmaking in D? Yeah, I want to make a Penny Hardaway kind of a vibe. I'm thinking 6'8" to 6'6" to 6'8", somewhere in there. I like even numbers. I don't like odd numbers, or I'd go 6'7", which was actual Penny Hardaway's height. But I want to make a tall point guard, like an extra tall point guard, is what I'm hoping to make. But skinny, very skinny, you know. I'm in a legal state. I think it's the best thing that's happened in this country. I think the taxation of marijuana and the production of marijuana can create jobs and or a better community. I've seen it happen where I live. We have legal weed in Washington State, and there's dispensaries literally 20 minutes walk from me. And I can tell you, we have all the roads in my area are getting upgraded off of the tax dollars. All the freeways are getting an overhaul. Everything is getting fucking supremely hooked up from the tax dollars, the revenue created by that legal weed. That being said, I work in a field where I can't partake, or else I would be the biggest advocate. I'd be stoned right now, dude. If only I worked in a job where I could partake in it. Such a bummer. I spent my whole childhood being an epic pothead. And sadly, now that it's legal, I can't partake. I work in a warehouse with heavy machinery and shit. I could get in a lot of trouble if I piss crooked. People have been fired for that. So sadly, I can't partake now, but I'm a huge advocate for it. I've seen the benefits in my own city and in a larger way in my state. So yeah, I'm on team legal weed. I'm very much on team legal weed. I think countrywide. I also think in states where people have been incarcerated for long periods of time for weed-related charges, I think those people, if the state is now legal, should be let out of prison. I also think that. If you had a giant grow op and you're in prison for 3 years or whatever because you got caught in a grow op or selling marijuana and your state is now a legal state, I think you should be immediately let out of prison. True, 100%. I will be retiring at some point. And when I do, I will be the biggest pothead ever. I will be the biggest pothead ever. You have no idea. I miss marijuana every single day. Mm. 100%. And I don't think like everybody that's ever been convicted for marijuana should be let out of prison. But if they were convicted in a state that now has legal marijuana, literally legal marijuana, then what the fuck are they still doing in jail? Then what the fuck are they still doing in jail? We're always talking about prison overcrowded prisons and da 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 da. Bro, if not for the money they can charge the government or whatever for housing these motherfuckers, because prisons are privatized in a lot of cases and are for profit in a lot of cases. That's the only reason why they don't let these people out. But if your state, like Washington State, legal marijuana, actual marijuana stores, that's literally all they sell is marijuana. Why is there anybody? Oh shit! Right in front of me. Why is there anybody in jail locked up for marijuana right now? Why is that happening at all? Oh my god! It was right in front of me. Every marijuana-related charge in Washington State should be fucking turned over right now. Because if we've decided we're not stupid about marijuana anymore, then can we agree that all the people locked up can fucking go home? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Did you guys see that? That was a fucking fox or whatever, a coyote, right there. He just walked right in front of me. I didn't even notice. Oh, there's a moose. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, hold on. Now we're getting some animals, guys. I stuck him. That's a pretty good stick. Yep, look at that. That's pretty good blood. That's pretty good blood for that kind of a shot. Vital organs are hit. Let's go. If I didn't get heated, I would have seen more animals. I got too angry. The animals got scared. Is that what you're saying? That might be true. That might be true. I still think he's trolling. Corrupt's got to be trolling. Because Corrupt's a solid fucking player. Like, he's a solid 2K player. You know what I mean? There's this guy, his entire channel was about guns and had a small amount of marijuana. He served 2 months in federal prison, and because he is a felon, he cannot own guns. Jesus. Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, I just, it's a bummer. I think countrywide we should be like, yo, marijuana's cool. What the fuck are we doing? Stop. Everybody needs to just stop with that. But I completely understand that in, like, you know, the contrast to that is I'm in a field right now, like, work-wise, I'm in a field where they cannot afford to have stoners on the job. Like, that would be so dangerous. With the forklifts and the electric jacks and all the shit flying around my warehouse when I'm working. Like, the amount of near accidents that happen with stone sober people, I can only imagine if half the workforce is like, whoa, bro, you know, like, trouble. The same way that booze, ooh, silver, nice. The same way that booze, you shouldn't have drunk people at work either, right? But, like, with marijuana, the testing's not good enough to where you can see, like, hey, are you stoned right now, or were you stoned 3 weeks ago? Because the testing's so fucking painfully inadequate as far as testing when they were stoned, if they were stoned. You know what I mean? Marijuana tests, like, you can pop hot. You had to join a month ago, you could pop hot. It's crazy. So what's a workplace to do in that situation? They're like, yo, you just had an accident. We made you pee. Marijuana. They're like, yeah, but I had a joint at a barbecue like 3 weeks ago. I haven't had any marijuana since. We can't know that for sure because the test is so dog shit. So you're fired. Like, imagine. Just awful. The testing needs to get so much better before we can treat it recreationally like we treat alcohol. You know what I mean? Imagine if you got drunk 2 weeks ago at a barbecue and then you went to work and you had some sort of an accident where they required to take, were required to take piss or blood or whatever, make you do a breathalyzer. And they're like, well, the breathalyzer popped hot for alcohol. They're like, how is that even possible? Last time I had booze was like 2 weeks ago. They're like, well, that's how our test works. Any booze in the last month, and you're going to imagine if that was the case for booze. Nobody'd have a job. Literally nobody'd have a job, dude. The archaic and antiquated fucking testing system for marijuana is really at fault, to be honest. Don't blame that beautiful plant, okay? How dare you? Well, I bet if you didn't get heated about talking about Crub 1 Hall of Fame badges with 27 3-point. Yeah, well. Bro, that's one I want restrictions on some builds, man. We need to dial it back. I'm a very big believer in dialing it back, dude. We need to dial back our expectations of these my player builders. Like, we need to take a few steps back. We have too much control over our builds at this point, in my opinion. Like, it's too much, bro. Like, we can't have everything. Every player can't have everything, because that's nonsense. Then the park is no fun at all. I mean, go back and look at my 2K16 videos. You'll see that, like, certain teams will give me in dirt trouble. Other teams, not so much. Or sometimes Taco and Nanito would come through, and Taco was an epic big, and Nanito was a dribble. We'd have a dribble god or two come through, and they'd be just fucking dancing on my ankles the whole stream, and I'd be like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. Like, the different kinds of builds is what makes the park so much fun. Like, look back at all the best park streams I've had. It's because there's a real variety of different kinds of builds and different kinds of teams, and like the trial and error and the adapt, evolve, overcome, whatever the fuck, like all that shit. We need to do all that shit. You should have to figure the other team out in game. You know what I mean? What happened when everyone smokes? They get the munchies, buy up a whole store. Government could be funding some alien ships with all that. I'm saying, bro. People in the food service industry, you're worried about your restaurant right now because you haven't been able to open your doors because of COVID for like 6 months. Hey, give everybody some weed. I guarantee those restaurants will be packed, COVID notwithstanding. The world would be run by underage teens that haven't been able to get their hands on beer. True. I'm just saying, dude. It's like, the testing is at fault. I maintain that the testing for marijuana is where we're fucking dropping the ball. There's got to be a way for us to find out when the marijuana was taken in. You know what I mean? Because as soon as something like that can happen, maybe I could become a pothead. Please let me become a pothead again. Come on. I promise you, I'm way better at 2K when I'm stoned. Way better. Way better, dude. Maybe I'm not as like, hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream as I am when I'm stone sober, but so I'll probably be a little bit more like, what's up, guys? How's it going, man? Let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. Like I'd be a little more low key, like one of those days where I'm really tired from work or haven't slept or whatever, and I'm like just suffering through the stream. You guys remember those days? You've seen those days. Those kind of days. That's how it would be when I'm stoned. I would have 2 skills sets at big, just like everyone else. Bro, you can. You just can't have defense and 3-point shooting at a god tier level. You can have defense and rebounding. You can have defense and post scoring. You can have defense and slashing. You can have defense and we balance in 2 combos. Yeah, I can do like 4 or 5 combos, bro. You don't get to be a 3-point god and a defensive god at 7 feet tall, corrupt. That's nonsense. Bro, I gotta get out of this map. This map is not doing me any favors. I got 1 fucking animal today. Bro. This Gatorade's not hitting the spot, I'll be honest. I need some caffeine. I don't have any caffeine in the house. I'm gonna have to go get some at some point. What time is it right now? Is it early still? It's crazy early, right? 3:14. Jesus. Grocery store doesn't even open until 5. I'd have to go to the gas station. I don't want to go to the gas station. So, three-headed deer, is that what you're saying? Y'all are just a bunch of haters, bro. No, you're just an entitled little snotty little asshole. All for me. I'll see you guys later. Later, Ghost Duck. Have a good one, brother. Bunch of haters. What are you, Enzo Amore? What's your deal, bro? No, Ghost. Do not back his play, bro. Don't you encourage him. 7-foot centers shouldn't be able to shoot God tier 3. But you shouldn't have a 7-foot Steph Curry. That's nonsense. Yeah, he agrees with you because he didn't hear the whole conversation. That's why he agrees with you. Yeah, that's the only person that would agree with you is someone who didn't hear the whole conversation. How do I see what's... Hold on. How do I see what animals are here? Which reserve is this? Silver Ridge? How much it sucks guarding G-Man when he just does whatever broken move is in the game that year. We don't want another one of those. Yeah, true. Well, truthfully, none of us are making a center. So the thing about it is, like, none of us are actually making a center. So you'd be exploiting against somebody else. That isn't us. But it'd still be annoying. I wish there was a way, like, when you look at one of these places... I wish when I look at one of these pieces of map, I could just see what animals are there. You know? No, you don't get Hall of Fame badges at a center shooting threes. No, you don't. That's stupid. Listen, I'll take a 75. No, dude. No. You'll take a 75 and a silver three-point shooting badge because you're 7 feet tall. And no time in the history of the league has a 7-foot tall center ever shot a high percentage from three. That just doesn't happen. It's nonsense. You'll take a 65 3-point shot and bronze badges and shut your mouth. And get out of my face. And get all the way out of my face. That's what you will take, okay? Listen, here's what I'll take a 75. No, bro. No, dude. Like, name me one, bro. Name me one center, like a legit center, that shot threes. Like, high levels. No, bro. They don't exist. I mean, I get it. That's where we're headed. Just no. We still gotta we gotta hold that line as long as we can. That's where the league is headed, though. Make no mistake. There will come a day here soon where all centers will shoot threes and it'll be totally normal. It'll be so commonplace for your big man to be. Well, can he hit a respectable three? Can he hit a 30? Can he hit 30% from the 3-point line? Well, then we can't use him. Like, but he's 7'3". We can't use him. I mean, if he can't shoot, we can't stretch the floor and run our offense if he can't shoot. So we can't use him. Like, there's gonna come a day where that's a thing, and that is gonna be gross. Because the game already feels like a 3-point shootout a lot of the time, you know? Play point. You should definitely play point. Play shooting guard. You know what you should make? You should make a shooting guard / small forward. A sharpshooter. A 3-and-D player. Do that. Hell, make a power forward. A 3-and-D power forward. Those exist. There have been many examples of those. Dirk Nowitzki, not. I mean, he's not necessarily a D guy, per se, but... No, that's all right. Thunder's got a point, though. You both have opinions, and they can coexist. I will remain unbiased. Okay, well, listen. I think you should be on my team because it's a winning team, okay? At least for now. Listen, another 10 years from now, the game of basketball will all be played behind the three-point line, and it'll be so boring, and people will be so done with it, and they'll be like, and fuck this game. And the game will break, and our ratings will tank, and the league will have to do something. I think the league should take away the corner three. I think the arch of the three-point line on the basketball court, it should run out of bounds naturally without stopping at the corner and going straight down like it does. I think it should run out of bounds naturally. I think the corners shouldn't be three-pointers anymore. I think we need to take away a little bit of the three-point line. I think that would be unbelievably positive for the game. Bro, my shooting guard build was crazy. Exactly, bro. Shooting guard builds are the best. I don't want to die falling down this cliff. Make a 4-point line. Screw that noise, bro. What are you, Antoine Walker? You guys remember that back in the day? It was a pretty famous... SportsCenter blew it up. It was a pretty famous post-game interview with Antoine Walker and the reporter. He was in Boston at the time. And the reporter goes, hey, Antoine, you know, you're catching a lot of flack for all the three-point shots you're shooting. Why do you shoot so many threes? And Antoine just haphazardly, super casually, while taking his shoes off, goes, because they don't have a 4-point line. And everybody laughed, and he goes, no, I'm serious. They should have a 4-point line. He goes, if they had a 4-point line, I'd shoot 4-pointers. And they're like, okay, thanks. Antoine Walker, appreciate that. And SportsCenter was like, da-da-da, da-da-da. Antoine Walker thinks there should be a 4-point line. You guys don't remember this? This is a while ago, but like, he's pretty famous for that line. Because there's no 4-point line. 4-point shot is some Globetrotter shit, 100%. That's some rockin' basketball MTV bullshit, is what you're talking about. That MTV's All-Star Rock'em Sock'em basketball game that they'd have like once a year or whatever. You guys don't remember that? From childhood? You're probably all too young. But they'd have like a hoop above the hoop that was like at like 15 feet high, and it was like a 4-pointer. And then they'd have like these spots around the half-court line where if you threw it up from there, it was a certain amount of points. It was like complete nonsense. There was a penalty box when you fouled somebody. It was like a whole thing. It was so dumb. It was a fucking farce. It was like straight nonsense. But that's basically what you're describing. There was a time when basketball didn't have a 3-point line. I think take away the corner. Because it's a shorter shot. If you look at a basketball court, though, like, take a good look at a basketball court sometime. The fucking 3-point line is unnaturally stops and takes a sharp, straight line. It shouldn't have to do that. Like, it should run clean out of bounds, like, on its natural course or curve. If it did that, then the corners could still be where you put a guy for spacing reasons, but it wouldn't be a short jumper. It would be worth 2 points like any other mid-range jumper, because that's what it is. It's a mid-range jumper. It's not actually a 3 at that distance. It's a mid-range jumper that gets you 3 points. That's nonsense. It's a hack and it's a cheat, and it always has been. The fact that we take the natural line, the curvature of the 3-point line, and stop it and go rip so that there's still a 3-point shot on the edges, nonsense. Total nonsense. I think taking away the corner three would be amazing. Because I do think a lot of teams will still shoot from there. They won't get the points they would get at the top. Plus, it makes it easier to guard the three in general. And so teams aren't just 3-point offenses. You know what I mean? Now you can make a case that, well, when you over fucking you over clamp down, you over cinch in for what's up, Ramen? What's up, O? Corners are more challenging though because you don't see the backboard. Yeah, but it's a shorter shot though. It's a much shorter shot. Oh, can you talk some sense into fucking Corrupt over here? Corrupt just said he wants a 7-foot center with god tier with really good defense that has Hall of Fame extended range extender. And on 2K22, his build he wants to make, he goes, I'm thinking about making a center, but he's like, I'm really pissed that they won't give me he says they better give me Hall of Fame shooting badges though with my 7-foot center. And I was like, what are you talking about? That's absolute nonsense. True. Oh, do you want Corrupt to have a 7-foot center that bangs threes at a Steph Curry level? Do you want that? Because you're going to make your big. Oh, you always do. So do you want to have to guard a Steph Curry version of or a 7-foot center version of a Steph Curry with equal defense on the other end? Do you want that? Because I don't think you do. No, that's not going to happen. I'm saying, like, we've been arguing about that for an hour and a half. I'm like, no, Corrupt, you're not getting that. He's like, well, I shouldn't have to have a 95 to have Hall of Fame range extender. I'm like, bro, you're a center. You're talking about a center. You shouldn't have Hall of Fame range extender for any reason at center. That's nonsense. IRL, some centers shoot like stretch forward. I know they do, but they don't shoot at a Hall of Fame level. When you think Hall of Fame shooter, you think Ray Allen, you think Steph Curry, you think Reggie Miller, you think Chris Mullin, you think, Kyle Korver, you think. None of those guys are 7 feet tall. Name me one Hall of Fame three-point shooter that's 7 feet tall. I'll wait. That's in the Hall of Fame for three-point shooting. I'll wait. That's always been my point. Is like, no, you can gold. Yeah, I'll give you golds all day long. Have some golds. Make your guy really skinny, make your guy really short, make him a center. But gold, best you can get. You shouldn't be able to get Hall of Fame badges at center for shooting. That's nonsense. Listen. He doesn't have to be like Steph. He can have a lower 3-point rating and a lower D rating, but give me my Hall of Fame shooting badges. No, because if you have both those, no. You keep referencing 20. Like, bro, that was 2 years ago. They're not giving that back to you. That's nonsense. Gold and below. Exactly. You should not get Hall of Fame badges as a center shooting threes. You should not get Hall of Fame shooting badges for a center. Ever. There should be no reason to have that. There's no version of that in real life. There's no Hall of Famer 3-point shooter that plays center. There's none. It doesn't exist. I would even say nowadays, even now with the center shooting threes, try and think of a single center right now that shoots threes that's going to go into the Hall of Fame for it. Because that's how I think about Hall of Fame badges. You got to have fucking for Hall of Fame playmaking. I'm thinking Magic Johnson, John Stockton, fucking Hall of Fame passing. When I think about Hall of Fame shooting, I think Ray Allen, I think Steph Curry, I think Klay Thompson, I think James Harden maybe. I don't know. I hate James Harden so much, but he is a pretty good 3-point shooter, right? I think fucking, Steve Kerr. I don't know, Larry Bird. That's who I think Hall of Fame shooting. I do not think Sam Perkins. I do not think Bill Laimbeer. I do not think. I'm trying to think of other centers that shoot threes. I do not think Karl Anthony Towns. These guys will not make the Hall of Fame for their shooting. Thank you, Ramen. This is what I'm saying. There's no reason to have a Hall of Fame badge if your attribute is at 69. How would you even have a Hall of Fame badge? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. I've been arguing with him for about an hour and a half about this, guys. You got to tell him what it is. You got to tell him what it is, guys. He wants the center build so that he doesn't have to create his own threes. He wants to just set up the three-point line with the center and have centers guarding him that can't keep up with him, that can't chase him off the line. I mean, a center could not go down into the paint, but like at a certain point, when you're playing with a big build, with a center build, you're just naturally going to run down to the paint. That's where you live, right? So the off chance you play against Corrupt and he's sitting at the three-point line banging threes with Hall of Fame badges, fuck out of here, dude. I'm saying, we don't need that, bro. We already had power forwards playing like point guards in 2K21 Next Gen. Broke the goddamn game. Now, Corrupt wants 7-foot centers that can shoot threes, Hall of Fame. Fuck out of here. It's like shooter that is a center makes no sense, bro. Dude, they exist. There have been players in the history of the league. Like Sam Perkins for my Seattle Supersonics used to play center for us. And he pretty much sat at the top of the key or the side of the three-point line and just shot threes. By the end of his career, he was so slow, couldn't really rely on him too much defensively, but he'd sit out there at the top, he'd stretch the floor, and he'd shoot threes. Kemp had the paint controlled. Peyton could get wherever he wanted to get to create his shot, and Sam Perkins would sit out there and shoot threes. It's not like there's never been centers that shot threes. I'm just saying there's never been a center Hall of Fame threes. Hall of Fame threes is like, no, you don't get Hall of Fame threes. That's nonsense. I just want to set screens, grab boards, bang threes. No. No deal. Actually, you know what? Do all those things. Do all of those things. Just don't expect to do them with the Hall of Fame badges. That's nonsense. Black Bear. Meanwhile, animals all around here. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I want to be able to pass at a high level at like 6'6", 6'8". You know what I mean? I want to have reasonable speed. I want to be able to play make at 6'6", 6'8". You know, I want to make a tall like Anthony Hardaway, Penny Hardaway point guard build. So, I mean, I'm kind of asking a lot of 2K this year. In a perfect world, I could have like a 6'8" point guard with Hall of Fame dimer or Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like passing type badges, Hall of Fame, whatever, break starter or whatever. He must still be tired, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like he must be having a tough morning. I don't know. Something's going on with his mind. There it is, right there. I don't think that was a good hit. Not into posting up, down low, or dunking. I want to be a three-point shooting big, or I'm not making a big. Oh my goodness. No, then don't make a big. You want to shoot threes? Make a fucking. We're treading on old conversation. No Oregon's hit. Damn it. We're treading on old conversations right here, but like we were talking about this an hour ago. But dude, make your normal build. He usually makes like a point guard or a shooting guard, and he's a pleasure to play with. I was like, I don't understand where this is coming from. Generally, you're like one of my favorite people to play with. You're a solid 2K player. Like, why would you all of a sudden need an exploit build? Like, I don't get it. All of a sudden now he wants to make a build that's just like a joke. A build that breaks the game. It doesn't make any damn sense. Am I following the right bear? This might not be the right tracks. I'm not seeing any fucking blood. Where's my bear blood, dude? I said, make a 4, dude. There's a lot of examples of 4s that are going to make the Hall that shoot 3s, dude. I mean, Dirk's probably already in, right? Dirk Nowitzki, first one, right there, right off the bat. Kevin Love's a good example of that kind of a 4. Draymond Green, I mean, he's a playmaking sharpshooting. Although you can make a case he's not really a sharpshooter, but like there's times when they ask him to shoot 3s. I know he's been pretty bad about that recently, but like so not the best example maybe, but oh, he hasn't slept? Is that what's going on? Gotcha. He's making bad decisions. He hasn't slept. That makes sense, actually. So what are we making next year on 2K, by the way, guys? Like, I'm making oversized point guard. I'm making a tall point guard finally. I'm going to actually do it. I keep saying it. I've been saying it for like 4 years. I was going to do it last year on 2K21, this year's game. But then literally day of, G goes, yo, check this out. 6'7" power forwards. Look how many badges they get. And like the day of, I was so convinced I was making a tall point guard, but he's like, no, point guards are fucked. They get no badges, which is true. On 2K21 next gen, they get 0 badges. Hopefully they fix that a little bit on 22. But I'm planning to make an oversized point guard on 22. Kind of a Lonzo Ball, Luka Doncic kind of a build, yeah? Like a Penny Hardaway build. That's my plan. What are you guys thinking? You want to take a backseat and shoot? Well, then make a small forward. Play the wing. All the things you're talking about doing, you can do that as small forward. You'll have great defense and probably a high enough three-point shot to get at least golds, if not Hall of Fame shooting badges that you want. Why do you have to play center to do that? Play off ball, dude. I don't get it. Center for your main build? Nice. I'm trying to make a Penny Hardaway. I'm aiming for Penny Hardaway. That's what I'm aiming for. Like a tall but skinny point guard. Because I want as much speed as I can get. Lengthy arms, obviously. I want dribble god, and I'm not really that worried about dribble god, but I want to be able to pass well. I want to be able to hit a solid midi. I want to stop and pop, in mid range. I'd like to be able to attack the rim. I'm asking a lot though. Mostly I want to be able to defend as well as I can. I want to be able to defend as well as I can, and I want to be able to pass the ball well. Obviously, these are the things I like to do. I mean, I like to be able to defend. It's tough to defend. Last year we couldn't defend at all. 21 we couldn't defend at all. So I'd like to be a little bit better on defense. That's more about the game than me. Although I'm not the best defender in the world otherwise, but I expect I'll spend most of the year getting danced on by true point guards at like 6'4", like I'll be a little too tall, a little too slow. But I'll get danced on either way, so I said, fuck it. I want to make a build that I want to make. For career mode, it'll be really fun to be an oversized point guard. I think that'll be really enjoyable. Fuck. I shot him in the back leg, dude. That was a bad shot. I shot him in a shit spot. That's not gonna... Yeah, that's bad blood right there. No organs. It'll take an hour for him to bleed out. I'm not chasing him. A little lock small forward. That'd be dope. A little 3-and-D small forward type of vibe. That could be fun. I'm making a big lock that can shoot or a max center build. Okay. Oversized lock. I'm seeing a lot of 3-and-D. A lot of 3-and-D from everybody in here. Okay. Dude, I hope defense is back to some degree. It doesn't have to be to the level of 2K19 or anything, because that's no fun when you literally can't pass the ball without somebody spam stealing it. But, like, you should be able to stop a motherfucker who's dribbling. You know what I mean? You should be able to make somebody pick up their dribble. I feel like, did anybody ever make anybody pick up their dribble in 2K21? On the next gen, at least? It's a 7-foot shooter. There's nothing you can say to stop me. All right, fair enough. Go with God. Don't cry when you don't get Hall of Fame badges, because there's no way you should get Hall of Fame badges. And if there's a way for you to get Hall of Fame badges, watch none of us play that game. Enjoy playing that game by yourself. Because if centers can get Hall of Fame badges, the game is fucking legit broken. And that's all I have to say on that.
No, it didn't. 20 was a good game. I have no real issue with 20, but
Definitely did not have the best gameplay / defense.
19 had too much defense. People talk about 19 like it was pretty good. Like 19 was trash, and here's why. 19 wasn't trash. 19 was solid, but like it was too solid, and here's why. All you had to do was spam square. When you're playing defense, everybody's just doing this the whole time. This is all you heard when you're in open game mics, like in-game mics. This is all you heard the entire time. People doing this. And it's not because they were trying to shoot the ball. It's because they were, and their button was stuck. It's because they were on defense. And that's all it took to play defense. That's gross. There should be some fucking skill to defense. Spamming square for the entire possession is not skill. So 19 was too far. 20 was, I don't even remember 20 that much. 20 was good, I guess. I just don't think I liked my builds very much that I had that year. It was good, but... '20 was good. I remember 20 being good. What did I make on 20? Like a power forward or something? Like a defensive post scorer type of vibe? True. Skill based for everything. I think that's good. I saw that Super sent that to me as well. I don't know if he sent that to you or if you saw the same thing, but like there was a press release or whatever. Super sent that to me on the DMs on the Insta, and I read that and I was like, they said a lot there, but they didn't really say anything at the same time. It was a guard year build. I had a guard? Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, 2K20, I started with my two-way playmaking slasher, remember? Which turned out to be the meta by the end of the year, but like I lost him when my PlayStation 4 crapped out. Yeah, 20 was broken because centers could just sit in the paint and do this. And then no one could score at the rim. The correction to that was extreme with 2K21 where literally you couldn't defend the hoop at all. I don't know. I just want to play with an oversized point guard, and I want to be able to pass the ball at the park and not get fucking picked every single time I attempt to pass the ball. You know what I mean? I mean, some of my passes are going to get picked because sometimes I throw an obvious pass that like a good player's going to be like, oh, obviously he's going over here. But I like to be able to move the ball. I like to move the ball, man. You know how I do. I like to keep the ball ripping around. I like touch passes. I like to have the ball pass to me and already see where it's going and be like, and over there. You know what I mean? Like, I like passing. I like passing at a high level. I like throwing alley-oops. I'm going to get way better at throwing alley-oops. That's one of my goals this year is to get really good at throwing alley-oops. The paint was mine. You like that shit? Dude, I hated that shit. That was so stupid, dude. Slashers were just like, well, now we can't play anymore. That sucks. Like, once they found out that combination of badges where you could just, like, if all those badges were correct, you could just stand in the paint, put your arms up, and no one could score ever. It was the dumbest shit ever. Except for maybe pure slashers. I think pure slashers could go up over you, right? But they'd have to have the exact perfect slashing badges or whatever. Either way, it was completely stupid. It forced everybody to shoot threes. And then the culture changed. It's a big reason, dude. I think that 2K20 with the bigs clamping everything is a big reason why everybody makes shooters now. And the whole game's played behind the three-point line on 2K. Because when you make it that impossible for anybody to do anything but shoot threes, then they're just going to shoot threes. Because of the hop step. Oh, really? The hop step negated it? Okay. But you had to know how to do a hop step. I don't know how to do a hop step. I'm sure it's really easy, but I never learned how to do it. I'm going to learn how to do moves this year, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to play the first couple seasons and win championships for Detroit and shit, career mode. But then after that, I'm still going to play career mode because I'm going to, like, spend whole games practicing moves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to try and, like, get better at 2K this year. I'm going to really lean into it. I kind of started this stream talking about that exact sort of stuff. Like, how I'm feeling a little bit burnt out with streaming. Not burnt out, because that's still my favorite thing to do every day, but, like, it's become very commonplace. Become very, like, and I stream. You know, time to stream. Let's just get this done. You know, kind of a vibe. And I got to find my passion again. You know, and I think a lot of that has to do with having games I really love playing. Games I can talk passionately about, you know, like have real conversations, long form conversations about shit. For 2 hours we've been talking about why Krupp shouldn't make a 7-foot sharpshooter, or why he shouldn't be able to make a really strong 7-foot sharpshooting clamp. So yeah, I don't know, I think I gotta really lean into 2K22. Hopefully it's good, hopefully it's fun. I also got to make a build that is versatile. Like I need to make I need to make like 2-way playmaking slasher type of a build that can do like a whole bunch of offensive things, so I can be threatening in a lot of ways. But I would like to make him at like 6'6". I'd like to make him tall, because situationally, if I play with a point guard that's like really wants to play point guard, I'd be fine to defer. You know what I mean? I want to make a point guard big enough that I can defer off of point guard if someone else wants to run point. You get me? Like, I don't want a point guard that can only play point guard. Well, I'll guard the middle. I'll guard the wing, and I'm 6'2", and I can't do anything against that wing. He just shoots right over me. You know what I mean? I want to be tall enough that I can play the small forward shooting guard / slot on the side if I need to, defensively, offensively. I like to play point, but I'd like to also, man, I have so many hopes. Bro, that's what I'm saying, Ramen. I'm having hopes for 22. Dude, same. It needs to be good, bro, because there are so few games I can really speak passionately about, you know, like that I really care about. That's one of the few games where that's the case. Damn, it's like nighttime already. What the hell? I start getting attacked by wolves. As I say that, Jesus, easy. That's an elk, literally right there. Do not move, elk. The arrow will be in you soon, elk. Peace be with you, elk. And with yours. Did I hit it? I'm not sure I hit it. I am not sure I hit it. Did I hit that? Shot him in his butthole? Yep. Got him. Not good, though. He's going to run for fucking 3 days. And it's nighttime. 75 blood trail. Yeah, I mean, 2K needs to be good so that I can love playing it. You know what I mean? And I can stream for long periods of time. And hype up the park on Saturday. And we can get, like, real bodies at the park. Remember when we used to have, like, we'd be going, like, 2 or 3 courts strong at the park? It sounded like a fresh start, new park, new systems. I have not heard that. I've heard same city. I've heard same city, new system. That's what I've heard. In which case, Super's floated an idea, which I'm not against. Do we want to be Vipers next year, guys? Or do we want to stay Wildcats? Because I kind of like the Vipers, bro. The green was dope. It's very Supersonics. But if you guys want to stay Wildcats, we can. But they were the first out every goddamn week. And if they do a similar system for the fucking tournaments, for the, you know, play-in weekends, I want to be on a team that can actually play and we get XP. You know what I mean? Like, if we're the first team out, then it's like you got to be up at 6 in the morning to get any kind of double XP. You know what I mean? Oh, we're 100% going back to park on Saturdays. 100%. Still 75%. Yeah, I'm not chasing that anymore. I'll be running behind that elk for like fucking an hour and a half before it dies. Screw that noise. Does anybody have anything against playing for the Vipers, or do we want to stick with Wildcats? Does anybody have a preference? Krups, being on the East Coast, I don't know if I can the South Side. You can't do the South Side? Wait, were you you were a beast last year? Or do you not have next gen? Did you not have next gen? You weren't a beast then, huh? Because we were Wildcats. We were West Coast. 100%. That's why I'm having this conversation now, like, weeks and weeks and weeks out from the game. Because I'm open to a move. If we want to move to a different spot, we can move to a different spot. I don't have to be a Wildcat. Like, they said it was on a boat, the new park. What? It's on a boat? Who said it was on a boat? Where are you getting your information? On a boat? What the fuck? You can't, but you repped a West Coast team being on the East Coast IRL. So how is repping South any different than repping West? You get me? Pronghorn? I don't even fucking have a call for a pronghorn, do I? I'm confused, crap. I am very confused, bro. Like, how is... You repped Wildcats all year. That's a West Coast team. How's repping West Coast all year any better or any worse than repping Southside? Official leakers? Oh, really? But is corrupt right? Is that for the current gen, though? Because we're talking about PlayStation 5, dude. We're on that PS5 over here, dude. It reminded me of the Rough Riders. Yeah, same. But they really weren't, though. They really weren't, though, at the same time. Dude, I gotta make tacos, bro. I got ground beef and taco seasoning packs and shit, and pre-shredded Mexican cheeses and tortillas and ribs, bro. I'm making tacos today, bitch. Get out of my face. It's Taco Monday, bro. Is that a thing? Breakfast burrito, bro. I'm just boiled hard-boiled eggs. I could put hard-boiled eggs up in that bitch, make a breakfast burrito. Let's go. What if I make breakfast burritos, dude? Oh my goodness. Delicious. That's my day. What is it, 3 in the morning? Yeah. I gotta wait a little while. It's a little early for lunch. Okay, I gotta wait a little while, but I gotta do laundry today. This is officially my stream today, by the way. I gotta do fucking multiple loads of laundry. That's the fucking absolute worst. I gotta get energy drinks today. I haven't gotten energy drinks for the week. I gotta go grab those at the grocery store or whatever. That'll be a trip up to the grocery store. That'll be a quick one, though. It's gonna be a busy day today, dude. I got a lot of shit going on today. I'm kind of stoked to have this out of the way. Now, current gen is on a boat, and next gen is the city. Maybe a tweaked city. Ooh, tweaked city would be fun. A little bit smaller would be cool. Just a little bit smaller. It doesn't need to be quite as big as it is. You know? Like, they could stand to, like, shrink it in a little bit, I think. It was a little too big, I feel like. One less side street, if you know what I mean. You know how it was like you go up a block and then like another block and there's the park. Like take that second middle block out of there. There's no reason to have it. Like bring our parks right up next to the, inner circle with the totems and the fucking tower in the middle for the events. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be. It was a little too spread out. I felt like we don't need the Kobe court. We don't need the Black Lives Matter court. Those are cool ideas, but nobody used them. Unnecessary. Take all that space out, all that bullshit out, and just shrink it a little bit. They just need to shrink it a little bit, I think. It's a perfectly fine idea. It needs to be shrunk a little bit, in my opinion. Also, we should be able to load right into whatever park we want. When we load into park, into my career, and we go to like the city, it's just say which park would you like to load into. We should be able to load into any of them. And the biggest thing, we shouldn't get fucking minus points for playing in another park. That's the dumbest shit ever. We should take our fucking talents to another fucking park and start smacking them around saying, yo, we're so-and-so. We're here to play at your park and smack all your asses because you guys ain't shit compared to us. That should be every time, all the time, whenever we want to. Not just on your special weekends where it starts at 6 in the morning and by the time a motherfucker wakes up on Saturday morning, their team's already eliminated. That's stupid. Nick, saw your work outfit. The new move, bro. Fire. Yeah, bro. I'm an overalls guy now, dude. I'm on team overalls. If you got, he's talking about my Insta, guys. If you haven't been following my Insta, by the way, I've been posting on it regularly. Where is it? Right there. TNPG Thunder Nick, dude. I've been posting some shit on there regularly, dude. And also, if you're new, subscribe. But I don't think we got any new people in here right now. But yeah, dude, I am rocking overalls now at work. It's a good look. So comfy, bro. So comfy. It's changed my work game completely. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's the most comfortable I've been at work ever. My berries and my bean, my sausage and berries is just fucking like hanging low, like it's loose, like it's just awesome. The air, bro. It's just perfection, bro. Absolute perfection. Plus, they're like sturdy as fuck, dude. Didn't it just get a call from over here? No? The fuck is all this shit? Oh. It's that shithead right over there. They made the game $70 now. Right now, it's $60. Oh, okay. Well, for PlayStation 5, that's going to be the price of the game, $75 to $80. They finally moved that line. We've been holding that line strong for fucking 5 or 6 different gaming consoles. Like $60 games. That's how much games are. $60. And they're like, motherfucker, we're on PlayStation 5 right now. We want more money per game. And we're like, fuck. I think we finally let that line slide a little bit. It's more like $75, $80 for a game on PlayStation 5. It's kind of a bummer. But, I mean, to be honest, we're still paying like 1985 prices for video games, to be fair. I mean, I think that line should never move. I love $60 video games, but come on, bro. Inflation, a little bit? Come on. Not that they're not making their money. Ramen, I haven't had a chance to get in. I've had it downloaded a couple different times, and I go to play it, and they're like, waiting to queue. I'm like, bitch, I'm not waiting to queue, dude. Fuck off. I got other games to play. You know what I mean? So once it's like a game that'll let me in and let me actually try it, I'd love to try it. I just, every time I go to try it, it's like I'm waiting 10, 15 minutes for a queue. Not doing that. Not willing to do that, you know? It does look really cool, though. We need to move that line back. I'm already tired of the $70 games. Bro, we've been paying $60 for video games since I was a child, though. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, to be fair. Like, regular Nintendo games were like 50, 60 bucks. I remember, because like one paper route payday, you could get a video game. Like, we'd had paper routes when I was a kid. And I'd run my route, and maybe I'd get 50 or 60 bucks at the end of the, month or whatever when I'd go to collect, the money for the papers and whatever. Like, I'd knock on all the doors, and they'd give me the cash. I'd maybe get 50 or 60 bucks, and I could buy one video game. So that line has not moved in my entire life. I'm 40. Like, at some point, video games were going to get more expensive. It's a bummer that it had to happen in our generation. $10 isn't crazy. We just got to make sure they don't keep moving the line. You know what I mean? An extra $10 isn't that nuts, really, when you think about it. We just got to be very careful. Don't let them go, oh, another 10 wouldn't hurt. Like, we got to hold them here at 70, okay? Remember MK9, $60. What's MK9? Oh, Mortal Kombat 9? Is that what you're saying? I never played any Mortal Kombats, if that's what you're talking about. I don't really fuck with Mortal Kombat, dude. I'm a Tekken guy. I'm on Team Tekken. I'm trying to get like one last animal before I end this thing. So I got a very busy day ahead of me. But I kind of want to get one last animal. Mortal Kombat, yeah, I figured. You're not sure we can hold him to the line? I'm not sure we can either, bud. But thankfully, I got a lot of extra income. Some from the generosity of y'all with the donations, but also, living a clean, quiet, inexpensive life, dude. I've got a little money stored away, you know what I mean? So I can afford to play a little bit more for video games, thankfully. Imagine they start pricing people out with the price of video games. People start going, that's just too much. I can't be a gamer anymore. Imagine. Oh, that would suck. It's just too expensive. I can't afford it. It's like, fuck. Oh, that would suck to be in that spot, dude. I'm sure there's people that's going to be the case. They'll be like, fuck, it's too much. I can't pay that much for a video game. I just can't do it. All right, I don't think I'm going to get another animal, guys. I'm just going to leave it here. I feel like, especially with a game like 2K, most people fork out another dude, I usually put about $100 on my guy. Yeah, $100 on my guy usually. I buy the game. I'm usually out $200 easy. At least $200 when I play 2K. If I want to get a couple clothing options as well, like if I want my guy to look fly as the sky when I'm at the park, let's call it $250. Probably about $250 for game and all the VC for 2K. Yeah, probably $250, most likely. But yeah. Guys, this has been a good stream. I'm not going to lie to you. It's been better than most of the streams I've been having recently. We had a real conversation going in the chat. I think it's because the Hunter is pretty hands-off. Also, we had a good topic, the new 2K. I mean, that's an easy thing to talk about for hours. But I think a game like the Hunter Call of the Wild, like I can just kind of like wander, and I'm like not distracted by the game so much that I can't have a conversation or two going at the same time. But shout out to everybody that came through today. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate you. Hopefully everybody hit that like button. Tell a friend. We're going to really start pushing to try and grow the channel again, guys. I got to get back into being enthusiastic about streaming, okay? We got to start pushing that line, okay? We need to start telling our friends. We need some new subs, guys, all right? We need fresh blood in here, all right? That's on you guys. We got to pyramid scheme this bitch. Everybody bring 3 friends. It's time to start pyramid scheming this shit. Everybody bring 3 friends, okay? All right. Good talk. I'll see you guys Tuesday, I guess. Now, Corrupt gets some rest. Yeah, true. I still think I have the right idea with the big man. Nope, you don't. You definitely don't. Don't try and shoehorn one in at the last second before I end my stream, you dirtbag. You do not have the right idea with that. You're nonsense. And everything you say is nonsense.